I'm Roberto Paulino, an art history professor at UP Diliman. In today's episode of Cultural Cash Online, I'll speak about Constancio Bernardo's 1977 painting in the Cultural Center of the Philippines 21AM collection titled Transmutation Series No. 6. Innocuously described in the Constancio Maria Bernardo Catalog Raisonné as two overlapping trapezoids forming a triangle, Transmutation Series No. 6 is an unwitting metaphor to the incendiary nature of Philippine abstraction. This 1977 acrylic on canvas painting was first exhibited at the Museum of Philippine Art in 1978. The work was subsequently donated to the same institution 3 years later. It was then subsumed into the CCP collection when the MOPA was closed in 1986 after the EDSA revolution. Art historian Rodolfo Parras Perez reproduced the painting in his 1980 book Visions and Voice, wherein the artist was quoted that working with absolute objective forms is a valid statement of reality for me. By absolute objective forms, Bernardo was invoking non-objective art. The latter is a term coined in 1918 by Russian constructivist Alexander Rodchenko to describe his geometric abstractions like black on black. It was a direct response to Kazimir Malevich's radical white on white. Both painting series were part of the modern art movement away from the traditional imitation of nature. They are seminal towards abstract art's non-representation. Instead of copying the external world in a naturalistic manner, late 19th century modernists began exploring alternative subjects and styles. Despite bewildering number of isms like Impressionism, Post-Impressionism, Expressionism, and Cubism, modern art would be strongly associated with distortion. In the early 20th century, artists like Wassily Kandinsky, Piet Mondrian, Malevich, and Rodchenko eliminated the representational qualities in their works altogether. Their subject thus consisted of purely formal elements such as colors, lines, shapes, and textures. Created principally for aesthetic qualities or for art's sake, their works are articulations of the art theory of formalism that held art as autonomous and self-sufficient, independent of social political considerations. By dispensing with recognizable subjects from the real world, abstract art emphasized painting's material aspects. This new reality of absolute forms, or pure abstraction, would be reflected in titles like Untitled, or Composition with Red, Blue, and Yellow, or the aforementioned white on white and black on black. In the case of Constancio Bernardo, his works had names like Perpetual Motion, Perpetual Space in Motion, and of course, the painting in question, Transmutation Series No. 6. Robert Atkins, in ArtSpeak, noted that abstract usually describes artworks without recognizable subjects. Its synonyms include non-objective and non-representational. The Oxford Dictionary of Art similarly defined abstract art as art that does not depict recognizable scenes or objects, but instead is made up of forms and colors that exist for their own expressive sake. However, in another entry, it preferred a stronger definition for non-objective art as abstract art that does not depend on the appearance of the visual world as a starting point. In other words, abstract is a broader category, encompassing art styles with some figurative, albeit distorted or simplified features. In this sense, all non-objective art is abstract, but not all abstract art is non-objective. Distorted works may be modern and abstract, but only works with unrecognizable subjects or pure forms are deemed non-objective. Like many students and faculty from the UP School of Fine Arts until the 1950s, Bernardo was initially trained in the classical or academic tradition associated with Fernando Amorsolo and Guillermo Tolentino. Bernardo's sketches and prizes reflected this so-called conservative style. In 1948, Bernardo was awarded a UP Fellowship concurrent with a Fulbright travel grant to Yale University. He was reputedly the first Filipino Fulbright scholar in art. During his third year at Yale, the German expatriate Joseph Albers was hired as head of the Department of Design. Best known for his homage to the Square series, Albers removed the traditional drawing classes known to Yale. Given his classical training at UP, Bernardo was initially amused by modernism. But by the first quarter of 1950, he was producing non-objective paintings. Dated 1950, Perpetual Motion, Opus No. 1, is one of the earliest non-objective painting by a Filipino. Bernardo's non-objectivism, however, was not well received by a conservative public upon his return in 1953. He must have felt like the proverbial Alberian square within the Philippine art circle. Prefiguring his CCP painting, Bernardo was a transmuted triangle amid overlapping trapezoids. For a decade from 1959 to 1968, Bernardo did not hold a single solo show. Art critic Eric Torres referred to him as the invisible man of Philippine painting, while Leo Benessa remarked that Bernardo was the most consistently underrated among the moderns. It was only months before his retirement from UP in 1978, at age 65, when Bernardo finally mounted a 126-piece retrospective show at the MOPA. It was here that Transmutation Series No. 6 was first exhibited. Like the term abstract, change is a continuum. In the same manner that non-objective is said to be the purest form of abstraction, transmutation is held to be more fundamental than transformation. Akin to the alchemical changing of base metals into gold, transmutation transcends shifting appearances. It suggests an intrinsic conversion to a completely different being. Transmutation Series No. 6 invites philosophizing about the fundamental nature of art, not merely what it is about, nor what it is made of, but its very purpose or meaning. It is significant not because it is a pioneering piece, but a valedictory, affirming Constancio Bernardo's lifelong belief in the validity of non-objective art. Thank you for joining me in this episode of Cultural Cash Online.